Football fans, buckle up because what's coming out of Dallas right now is nothing short of explosive. We're talking about a bombshell that could reshape not only the Cowboys season, but the very identity of the franchise moving forward. This isn't some small roster tweak or practice squad adjustment. This is the kind of decision that shakes locker rooms, rattles front offices, and dominates national headlines for weeks. Word is swirling around NFL circles that ASCTAR player on the Dallas Cowboys is either on the verge of being cut or already has been, and the man behind the decision, none other than Executive Vice President Stephen Jones' son of Jerry Jones, who, sources say, has had enough. Tensions have been mounting inside the Cowboys organization for months, even years. The franchise has been towing the line between keeping its core intact and facing the harsh reality of NFL salary caps, contract negotiations gone sour, and underachieving seasons despite high expectations. Stephen Jones, often seen as the more calculated and reserved counterpart to his father's bold and sometimes brash approach, appears to have reached a breaking point. He's reportedly fed up with the drama surrounding a key player, and if rumors hold any weight, the drastic decision has been made. Fans are in disbelief. The NFL world is in shock. Analysts are scrambling for confirmation, and social media has already erupted. But here's where things get even wilder. We're not talking about a backup player or someone buried on the depth chart. No, the name being floated is that of a genuine cornerstone of the franchise. Some whispers say it could be Micah Parsons, the defensive phenom and face of the Cowboys' defense, who has reportedly been in a prolonged contract standoff with the front office. Others suggest it could be CeeDee Lamb, the explosive wide receiver who has been vocal about his worth and reportedly wants to be paid among the top-tier receivers in the league. Then there's Trayvon Diggs, an all-pro corner whose rehab situation and disciplinary concerns have already created friction between him and the front office. None of these names seem like the type you just cut, and yet, that's the storm circling Dallas right now. Why would the Cowboys even consider such a drastic move? It starts with money, of course, because in the NFL it always does. The Cowboys are staring down the barrel of several massive contract extensions, not just for the stars we mentioned, but for key pieces across the roster. With quarterback Dak Prescott's deal ballooning and several other high-salaried veterans clogging cap space, Dallas simply cannot afford to keep everyone. Something has to give. And Stephen Jones, known for his salary cap discipline, seems prepared to make the hard choice, even if it means facing the wrath of the fanbase. What adds fuel to the fire is the timing. We're heading into a crucial point in the NFL calendar, the heart of the season, where playoff positions start to take shape and every decision is magnified. Cutting a star player now isn't just a personnel move, it's a message. A message to the locker room, to the rest of the league, and to fans that the Cowboys are serious about their culture, their budget, and their long-term vision. But this move, if it's truly happening, will come at a cost. You don't lose a player like Micah Parsons, for instance, without losing something irreplaceable. His on-field production, his versatility, and his sheer impact on every snap are things that stats can't fully quantify. He's a force multiplier, the kind of player that offensive coordinators have to game plan around. If he's truly on the way out, whether cut or traded, the Cowboys' defense could unravel faster than anyone expects. And if it's CeeDee Lamb being shown the door, then we're talking about a blow to an already inconsistent offensive unit, one that has relied heavily on his ability to stretch the field, create separation, and serve as a security blanket for Dak Prescott. His departure would throw the receiving corps into disarray and leave a gaping hole in the passing attack. Trayvon Diggs, meanwhile, represents the aggressive, ball-hawking style of defense that has become a trademark in Dallas. His potential exit would not only weaken the secondary, but send a chilling message to the rest of the players: step out of line or step out of the building. What makes this all even more dramatic is how the Cowboys have historically handled their stars. The Jones family is known for loyalty sometimes to a fault. From paying players who've underperformed to standing by controversial figures, Dallas has always leaned into its identity as a family-first franchise. But this is different. This is cold, calculated, and corporate. This is a shift in philosophy, a sledgehammer to the narrative that once protected the Cowboys' biggest names. So what could have sparked such a dramatic turn? According to reports and ongoing speculation, it all boils down to internal tensions reaching a boiling point. Micah Parsons has allegedly expressed frustration over his contract status, feeling disrespected by the pace and tone of negotiations. Some say he's missed team functions, others point to subtle social media activity, cryptic tweets, the occasional Instagram, unfollow, all classic signs that something's off behind the scenes. And while Jerry Jones has gone on record calling any trade rumors utter nonsense, insiders know that public denials often mask very real internal conflict. If it's Lamb, the issue may lie in a disconnect over his perceived value. He sees himself as a top 5 receiver, and he's got the numbers to back it up, but the Cowboys may be hesitant to commit Tyreek Hill-level money, especially when they're trying to spread cap room across both sides of the ball. Diggs, meanwhile, has had his contract partially slashed for failing to meet rehab requirements, a sign that discipline and accountability are now front and center in Dallas. If Stephen Jones feels like players are no longer towing the line, this could be his way of yanking the leash back. Whatever the motive, the consequences will be felt immediately. The locker room dynamic will shift. Morale will be tested. Players who once felt secure may begin questioning their standing. Coaches will have to adjust game plans and leadership structures. And fans, the fans will have opinions, emotions, and possibly pitchforks. For decades, the Cowboys have lived under the weight of their legacy: 5 Super Bowl rings, America's team, the star on the helmet, and yet in recent years, they've fallen short again and again, unable to turn talent into titles. Maybe this is Stephen Jones' attempt to change that. Maybe this is him stepping out from his father's shadow and saying, enough is enough. Cut a star now, take the heat, and build a more disciplined, focused, long-term contender. It's bold. It's dangerous. But it's not out of character for a team that's grown tired of early playoff exits and moral victories. Around the league, executives are watching closely. If a player of Parsons or Lamb's caliber truly hits the open market, expect a bidding war like no other. General managers will be on the phones before the ink dries. Coaches will salivate over the chance to bring in a game changer. And media outlets will have content for months. The ripple effect will be massive. From fantasy football leagues to Vegas betting lines, one cut from Dallas could alter expectations for multiple teams across both conferences. What's more, if the move works, if Dallas suddenly gels, rallies, and wins, Stephen Jones will be hailed as a genius. But if the team falters, stumbles, or collapses under the weight of its own internal conflict, this decision could go down as one of the biggest miscalculations in franchise history. And so, we wait. We watch. We refresh Twitter feeds and tune in to every press conference. Because whether this is a PR ploy, a power move, or a legitimate roster purge, it is undeniably fascinating. This is what makes the NFL the king of drama year-round. The games are only half the story. The front office moves, the whispers, the power struggles. That's the real soap opera. And right now, Dallas is at center stage. If you're a fan, a rival, or just a lover of chaos, don't blink, because something big is coming, and when it does, it'll shake the league to its core. The Cowboys are either about to make the boldest move of the decade or the biggest mistake since the Herschel Walker trade. One thing's for sure, this ain't your granddaddy's Cowboys anymore. Stephen Jones is calling the shots now. And no one, not even a superstar, is safe.